Hello, hello, and welcome, or should I say ho, 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 Christmas cousins. I'm Cousin Chad.
And I'm Cousin Seth.
And we have with us a very special cousin, maybe the most special cousin. We have Cousin Leslie, or as I call her, Cousin Wife Leslie. Welcome, Leslie.
Hello, hello.
Yes. Seth, I have to say, so first of all, we're the Christmas cousins. And for those of you who are new to the show, I, Chad, am the holiday and Christmas and seasonal enthusiast, and Cousin Seth is the newbie. He's the festive freshman, the seasonal sophomore. So I take him on a journey and share all these great seasonal things with him. So today we're doing a follow-up from last week's Starbucks PSL tasting with the much vaunted and promised Dunkin PSL tasting, their version. We're going to see why they're different. We're going to see if we can taste the difference. And also we have a very different guest. Last week, we had Joe, the Christmas aficionado, on to taste the Starbucks. I think we have an even prettier guest this week, Leslie. Now, Seth, though, on the other hand, I know you were telling me Joe is your hall pass, so you may think he's prettier.
Yeah, was
right?
established.
Okay.
Understood.
Understood. Okay. Right. That's fair. So either way, we've got Leslie here. Leslie, I'm very excited to have you here.
Thank you.
You know Cousin Seth. You're one of the
do.
lucky ones to have met him in person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how great is that?
It's kind of why I married into the family.
That's true, right?
To
get into That's right.
Get a new cousin.
A new cousin, his money, his mass wealth, everything.
Yes, I was hoping to get
That's right.
closer to that fortune. But...
And it's working. Look, he sent us a mug.
Yes.
So out of his millions, we have a mug, which is a very nice
My
mug.
plan is working.
It's working, yes. So
Slowly draining.
Excellent. That's right. We will slowly drain Seth.
There's been a shift.
So anyway, for those of you who are wondering, by the way, Seth is actually my cousin and Leslie's cousin-in-law.
Correct.
I'm not bragging, but he's my cousin. So there you go, Leslie. I've known him longer. So I've known him since the bicentennial in the 70s. He was born under a disco ball. You've heard born under a bad sign. Seth was born under a disco ball. That's kind of explains things. Seth in the pre-production meeting was telling us he has an ear he doesn't like. Can you tell us more, Seth?
Right. For years I thought it was the left one, but apparently it's the right one.
Okay, well, I'm excited, Leslie, and for those who missed last week's episode, Cousin Seth showed up to the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte tasting, sans Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. It was amazing. He did a tasting without the taster.
I heard before I listened to the show, and then I heard during listening to the show, and it was just as good hearing it on the show that you were without, that you had the drink, drank half the drink, and then decided to just toss it.
Throw the rest out.
I tired him. Like, all right.
It was classic, and I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it. So way to go, Seth.
Seth, I got good feedback. Leslie listened to our last two episodes in full and really enjoyed them, which was great. And she certainly doesn't have to say that. Yeah,
they were good.
Thank you, Leslie. Thank you. That's a big compliment because she would tell us otherwise. We would know.
Coincidentally enough, we got that review from Leslie D. Cousin, whoever that is.
Right.
Who had very, very different thoughts and views.
Yeah,
there's
that
no
was
connection.
No connection at all. But before we start, this is weird tasting with 100 people watching us, Leslie, and not introducing them. So let me introduce again, of course, our live studio audience, everybody. Love them. Hi, everybody. What's that one? Do you see that sign, Leslie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Seth, I'll be your hall pass. That's weird. How did they just write that?
They just made that.
Yeah. Did they call it? Yeah, it's like an empty cardboard sign and a marker, and they just filled it. I don't know. Oh, look at this one, Les. Seth, you are the pumpkin spice to my latte, you hottie. That's a nice one, too. Wow.
Nice. I like it. Very creative, original.
Wow. Wow. I love our fans. They just come up with stuff randomly. It's great. Well, thank you all for joining us, of course. Oh, there they go. Very cool. Watch this, Leslie. They stop clapping at the same time. Watch. Stop. That is amazing, isn't it?
Well trained.
Yes, exactly. Well trained. So what we're going to do is taste our drinks. Oh, look at some of that pour. Fizzy. I didn't know they were fizzy. I shouldn't have left it in the car.
Oh, no.
Yes. Oh, I've never heard that before.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. It is.
Amazing.
So anyway, let's go into, I do have a question, Seth. Do you know what the difference between the Starbucks PSL or Leslie or the Dunkin PSL, what the difference between the two is? Seth, don't say the store where you bought them.
Right, that's my first guess. Um, I don't know. I mean, other than their base coffee or their espresso that they use is very different beans. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Oh wow, man.
Well,
You guys
Leslie,
do that
I
too,
am-
right?
No.
I'm looking at some of the notes that we have here, and it looks like Dunkin is the artificial version of what Starbucks does. Would you say that? The ingredients are more real in Starbucks, if that's true.
That's what it looks like, according to Bing, which, as you know, is well aware of who the Christmas cousins are. If you heard last week's episode or the other day's episode, the Starbucks, you're right, includes espresso, steamed milk, pumpkin spice sauce made with real pumpkin puree, probably 0.001%, but okay, and a blend of traditional fall spices. But the Dunkin' one, Leslie, what are you seeing here? Yeah, this is a big difference.
Pumpkin flavored swirl syrup, whatever that is, and it contains sweetened condensed non-fat milk, high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, and then topped with caramel drizzle and cinnamon sugar. So Dunkin's like, we'll just take all this fake stuff and we'll make a pumpkin.
Right.
That's all an additive. I'm looking. I took the lid off mine. I'm like, I don't see all that.
He's looking. Seth is looking into it.
Get this over to the lab.
Fructose corn syrup. I think that's bad. Pick it out.
Did you see this, Les? Behind Seth, there's a man with a beaker running in behind him,
Swirling.
sampling. Yeah, sampling it. Wow, his staff is on it, huh?
They don't want that going into his temple.
Oh no, not at all. No, he is. I mean, he's the what is it, the golden goose right there, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So
Seth, the whole empire crumbles.
I know. I see you're wearing a hat that says Chicago, which is of course a reminder for you when you get lost.
Right.
Is it folly at all in Chicago today?
No, not at all. I think it was like close to 90 all day.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I spent my afternoon and morning in a very interesting place. A couple different places, but one of them actually you might have liked. So I
an opium den?
What? That's
an opium den? No, okay.
Yeah. No, it's a departure from my regular activities. But so, as you may or may not know, I work with a non-for-profit organization and work with some kids, or part of this internship program for kids to get in jobs, 16 to 24, that go into manufacturing jobs and stuff like that. So we took them on a tour today, and yes, I know. And one of the places is a co-packer, but they do like all sorts of powdered drinks, just different foods and stuff like that. So we're doing the tour. We go into this room, and you smell like cocoa throughout the place. They pull up this like shade thing. We go in this room. There's these two gigantic hoppers, and all over the walls there's like this green residue. It's a room of matcha powder. They're packaging.
Oh wow!
They have these two gigantic hoppers. I was like, oh my god, this is close to it. It was it smelled so good. It was just like, oh, this is great. So,
Googling where to find this place right now, Seth.
Yes.
So did you? I'm going to break in. Here I go.
It was really cool.
Were you able to get some matcha to send my way?
I didn't. I could probably I'll be in contact with them again. But they had that. But as you're walking out of there, I look to my left, and there's probably like 15, maybe more than that, 30 skids stacked with cans of pumpkin puree. So they're obviously using it to make some whatever they're packaging, but pumpkin spice. And they have all this pumpkin stuff in there that they're getting ready for the season. And it's nice little conversation.
I can't wait to see the photo Seth took that he's going to send for our Instagram, because this sounds like something that not everybody can experience, and it'll go along with the story he's telling.
Okay, let's wait.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
This will fact check me. I don't know. It was kind of interesting to in the theme of today.
No, that's a picture Seth's cat. That's a dog he's adopting. Speaking of adopting, Seth, tell it, Leslie, you didn't hear this yet. So for those of you who haven't heard and aren't on watching SNN, Seth News Network, Seth is fostering a dog. He's the new Betho. He's
Marvin.
fostering a dog. and named Marvin,
Aw.
adorable dog
Yeah, I
with the
saw a
big
picture.
ears and the whole thing and the
Mm.
tail. And he asked for help with our Instagram and our fans to find someone to adopt him. Now, Seth, can you please break some news for us? What's going on here?
Yes. So as of today, actually this afternoon, and the adoptees who are listeners of the Christmas Cousins podcast.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, they have been approved. Their application was approved and everything. So they checked out. So it's a testament to our audience that there are some good high caliber, high class people that are listening. So
yeah, that is amazing. So that is actually, Leslie, from our show. We got a dog adopted.
That's wonderful.
Really
I love to hear that.
Wow.
So
look at us, Seth. Look at us.
I know. So I think this sets a good precedent with us doing. So with myself and Mrs. X together.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah. So we will. I think there will be another one soon. Probably.
Good. Oh, good.
Look at you, Seth.
The
The crowd is going crazy and individually yelling things. Good. So you got in under a week, and the power of the show, the 23 million daily listeners, found someone for beautiful Marvin. Whoever, if you are listening and you're the one who adopted Marvin, once you get him, please send pictures of his happy home. We'll share him. We'll encourage others to adopt. This is fantastic, Seth.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
That's really great.
I love that.
Oh, I love it too. I am going to
Had him on Sunday, and there's an adoption event on Saturday. So I just saved myself a trip to the city.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Thank you for that.
Seth at the end, Leslie. It always benefits Seth.
Right.
I wouldn't have to want you to have to go to the city.
Yes, sorry.
To save a dog.
Yeah, I apologize. Sorry, the rescue just called me. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, closer to my house? No, he didn't. Okay. Sorry, we're not going to do that.
No, just can't go that far.
They found a better family actually situated in the city, but look, I argue for the ones closest.
Too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's wonderful news.
It is
congratulations
great news.
on that.
Thank you.
Congratulations to Marvin's new family.
Yes, enjoy Marvin. We'll have to have Marvin on as an interview.
Absolutely, and they're around the Chicago
Oh,
area.
wow.
So that's great.
That'll be rough.
Not as a or something.
No, that's it. But anyway, I digress. At some point, we have to get off Seth world and get into the tasting, right?
Absolutely.
We're just on with him 2 days
I
ago. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're right. Let me cut off that sound effect. It's been 48 hours, and with Seth, you don't know he's in like giant pounds of matcha, like a matcha slash.
Swimming in matcha.
Like if Pablo Escobar was producing matcha, and then he sees all the pumpkin puree in the world, doesn't take a picture, he's swimming, right? Even though we're doing pumpkin episodes.
I don't know if it'd be appropriate to take pictures in the place. I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
No, I think that's fair.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
But I
see how they're smoking the pumpkin puree. So.
Right. Those are some trade secrets. It's how they stack them.
Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
We were doing it sideways. They kept rolling.
Right. We cannot keep track of these things.
But anyway, if we may.
Mm-hmm.
If we may.
For the moment you've all been waiting for.
That's right. Our taste event. The moment we've been waiting for. Seth is going to debut his new country hit. Okay, that'll be later.
I can't believe you found that.
That's right. Seth, will you tell us what did you get? What drinks did you get?
So I went with a hot one because what else do you do on a 90-degree day?
That's right.
Pumpkin latte. I did it.
The pumpkin latte.
Yes, I did it.
That's where he's going to get a decaf regular.
You guys like, I don't want to be upset.
Is it caffeinated? The one you got was regular?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
wow.
I still have another leg of my day to do. So,
well, what's going on later? I don't think we have that kind of time.
15 minutes.
Let's just say I have an event.
I
have an event I have to host.
Oh, I'm not supposed to drink it yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're hosting an event. That's another show.
Yeah.
See what happens, Leslie?
Next
See
time.
He's so mysterious. I'm hosting another event. Who knows? Anyway, so Seth got a regular. Leslie and I got our version of regular, which is a no fun version, which is the vegan, not decaf version of their pumpkin spice signature latte, rather. So Of course, we found out it comes with all this ingredients like homegrown, sweetened, condensed, non-fat milk. Although ours is the vegan.
No. That's the syrup. The syrup contains sweetened, condensed, non-fat milk.
Isn't that in here?
If they're using that syrup, then ours is not vegan. Just so
right. It is not. The dairy, the milk rather,
they used
is oat. Right. Although who knows? Anyway, but we also did go wild and got 2 types of donuts.
Cut into 16 tiny pieces.
Yes. This will last us for the season. And this is an apple cider donut and a pumpkin donut. Now, Seth, this doesn't count towards your PSLs. For those of you who haven't heard, Seth is drinking 18 PSLs by Halloween, which for him is a lot. He's got 15 more to go. Okay.
This would count.
This does not count. No.
Starbucks PSL.
I didn't hear Starbucks PSLs when I was listening to that show. I just heard PSL, but that's okay. This is your world. I'm just visiting.
This is the signature spice latte. That's the PSL. I don't think they can have the same. I think
they can't call it a PSL?
I don't know. Maybe they can. The PSL or the Dunkin.
Oh, just a pumpkin latte.
Something like that. Signature pumpkin latte or something.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. The signature pumpkin spice latte versus the pumpkin spice latte. I don't know.
Right.
That's our marketing podcast.
A little gray area there.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Dunkin uses the syrup and Starbucks uses more natural stuff.
So, Seth, what did you said you had a surprise something?
Oh, well, no. I actually have, I got some munchkins, the pumpkin munchkins, and then I got an apple cider donut. So,
there you go. Look at that. Okay, love it. Very nice. Okay. So, Seth, why don't we invite Leslie, our guest, to try the coffee first? Or would you like to then try a donut, dunk the donut, whatever you want to do?
Well, I think the donut will kind of interfere. So let me taste this first.
Okay.
And then I will report.
Okay, great. Well, hold on one second. Well, you can drink, Leslie. I will ask our drummer. I don't know if you see him over there. We have a drummer. And he will do the drum roll.
Okay.
She is taking her first sip of the Dunkin' the signature spice latte, whatever it's called. Starbucks is already protesting at our gates. Okay. Is it warm enough for you?
It's hot. Yeah.
Oh, too hot. No.
It's wow. It's sweet.
Sweet?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is sweet.
Okay. Are you describing me, Leslie? Talk about the coffee.
I can't say that it's super pumpkin-y for all of the nonsense that they're throwing in here. Really? I do taste brown sugar. I do taste some cinnamon and caramel. But if you're a true pumpkin lover, I don't know. I kind of got more pumpkin when I was drinking Starbucks last week.
Wow, that's interesting. That's a little sad to hear. Wow. Okay, Seth, you're thinking something. I can see.
Do you normally drink? Well, I say normally. How often do you have Dunkin', or do you like Dunkin' at all?
Their regular coffee is okay. I feel like it used to be better.
Okay.
But I prefer Starbucks over Dunkin' Donuts. If there are 2 on the same street, I'm going to go to Starbucks.
Yeah,
and there often are.
Coffee or any kind of latte.
Okay.
It's just my thing.
Seth is a Starbucks guy, I know. But Leslie makes her own. We should put this recipe on Instagram. Leslie makes her own pumpkin spice latte at home, and it is amazing.
Oh,
Leslie,
really?
share with us what it is.
Yeah, it's not my original recipe. I will give credit if I share.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually saw this on Darling Desi.
Oh.
She's on YouTube, and I probably have changed it a little bit, but basically it's real pumpkin puree in a can. So you put some of that in your mug.
We grow the can ourselves.
Right. Store it horizontally in your cabin. Like a scoop of pumpkin puree, a little bit of your favorite milk, and a little bit of sugar, a little bit of cinnamon at the bottom of the mug. Stir that up. Pour your coffee on top. That's basically it.
Oh,
wow.
It's really good. It's easy to make.
Yeah, it sounds really good.
She has this all fall long, and then you get some benefits too with the pumpkin puree. So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think since you took a sip, why don't I take a sip?
Okay.
If I may. And then we'll try Seth's, and then we'll try the donuts. Look at my mug, Seth. You gave me
I like it. It looks good.
a mug.
A corny. Very falling.
Very sweet, like you said. A lot of flavors going on. I do taste some cinnamon and some. You're right. I'm looking for pumpkin. I'm searching my taste buds for pumpkin. I'm not tasting a lot of pumpkin. That is interesting, Leslie. I'm going to try it again. I'm tasting more vanilla, cinnamon, right? I am
It's
not
more
tasting-
like their standard coffee or something. Or
What tastes?
maybe.
It's sweet and it is fall-y, I would say. There's
Okay,
some kind
yeah.
of fall, but it's just it's so sweet. And I like sweet things. I mean, look, I'll drink the whole thing, but I don't know that they're hitting what they're going for.
Right, because you
know?
want more pumpkin. We got the
So,
whole thing is
yeah.
pumpkin, not just folly sweet. Were you wearing an autumnally colored outfit, Leslie? Is that
I am.
specific for this episode, or did you just happen to have it on?
Yes, I changed
Yes,
before I came in.
that's what we like to hear. Right. Like Seth was wearing a hat that said Wisconsin. He changed for his Chicago on-air hat. So
Right. But I kept on my Grand Canyon T-shirt.
Oh, are you wearing that right now?
I am.
Is that the one you left at my house?
Yep.
I wore that a lot.
By the way, I have to say I do like, and this is off topic, and I apologize, but I do like when you guys talk about the weather in your respective regions of the country.
Really?
Yes,
Oh, really?
as a listener,
Mhm.
I'm like, well, I found it interesting to know what the weather was like in Chicago, at that time. I just thought it was nice.
Well, if you're listening, write us christmascousinspod@gmail.com. Do you agree with Leslie and want us to do entire episodes just on meteorology, climatology, the weather?
I don't need like the barometric pressure or anything. I like to know if it's getting cool, if the leaves were changing.
Okay, I do like that.
As the season
Yes.
kind of grows and goes on, it's interesting also to see the differences between where we live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seth, right?
good,
Seth, are you in? We'll do the top of the hour. Coming at you, chime time and weather.
Traffic and weather.
Traffic. Would you like traffic updates?
Yes.
75,
Get out of
breezy,
here, it was backed
winds
up,
coming
yeah.
out of the west.
Seth has a good weatherman voice. Do that again, Seth. Let's hear.
We've got a high coming in. Most of this East Coast is going to be devastated by storms.
That's what your weather today. Seth's weather was always something's being devastated. He's never going to give like good weather. Like in Santa
Right.
Monica, it's just pleasant today. No,
Right.
this is what you've unsheathed, Leslie. Seth's
Yeah.
weather moments. We're narrow.
I have been trying to think of like segments, something I could do, and
Well, weather is one of those.
weather. Now, weather and traffic.
ease some of the burden that Chad's having to shoulder, producing and all that other stuff.
Well, at
Do
least we'll have the
something.
weather.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Great.
Hold on a second. Alexa, what's going on with the weather today? You want to get on mic?
Okay, so I'll like this whole thing going. Seth be like, "Yep, no precipitation." I'm like, Seth, that's not what this episode's about
Right.
at all. But anyway, it is hot.
I'm getting
here. It's
worried.
hot
We've had
there.
3 months with no rain, and it's not the hottest place, but droughts are, And then with the seismic activity we're having downstate, it's
It is very hot though everywhere.
Bring that up.
Really. It's not like 100 where he is or something, like 100
Yeah.
here, 100 in the Northeast. I saw, so it's hot everywhere. So
Yeah.
it is weird to do the folly ones. So I tried it. It's good. It's sweet. It does have some autumnal flavors, but not overtly pumpkin. So I'm not going to rate it yet. Seth,
all
let's
right.
have you go now, Seth.
With this
All
one.
lines
Now
are
you
busy.
go. Okay.
Please hold.
Okay, we're holding for Seth to go right now. He is trying his drink. Is he going to like it, or is he just going to get on his plane and leave the country as he's known to do when he doesn't like stuff? Leslie, look at him drinking. We can stare at him and drink all day. He's making, instead of saying things audibly, which would be good for a podcast,
Yeah, I don't know.
he's emoting.
It's
silently.
It's PTSD. My grandparents watching me eat when I was younger, watching us, just staring at us.
Look at him go.
Oh,
Yay, all
yay.
day.
Can I hurry? Can I hurry? He finished his whole plane.
Such a good eater.
Such a good eater.
It's something's burning. It's I will say I like it better this year than last year for 2 reasons.
okay.
One, it's hotter. Last year's, I remember I kept heating it up and it was just, yeah.
Okay.
I figured out how to use that other device that's not my my little toaster oven. the
Why is the
microwave, I
crowd-
think you
why
called it.
Yeah, Seth, why is the crowd cheering that you like? I don't even know. Never mind.
They like to see progress and growth.
So this
Anyway.
is what he does. He drops these things that show how wealthy he is. Did you hear him? He has a microwave. We get it, Seth. You're different than the rest of us. You just heat your things to the touch of a button. Leslie and I were on a stove. What was that thing called they use in Brooklyn? A percolator. That's how we heated our an old percolator made of lead while we're feeling loopy. Okay, Seth. So anyway, you like it this year better because it's hotter, and last year it was cold.
This year, and I guess I got it. I got it with non-fat milk.
Okay.
So it's better. It's better than that. But yeah, I still think I'd have to go. I'm not getting really any pumpkin at all from it. It's just sweeter. It tastes like their usual coffee or latte, just a little better milk, I guess.
Better milk and hotter.
Yes, and it is way too sweet for me. It's I don't add anything to my drink, so it's just like when I'm adding or having like a pumpkin spice latte, it was just like a little bit of flavoring would be adequate.
A little more pumpkin.
Yeah, and let's not forget the coffee element. You do want to taste, at least for me, I'd like to taste a little bit of coffee. This is so sweet that kind overpowers all of it.
That's a good
pumpkin
point.
And the coffee.
You guys were in the coffee world for a while.
Yeah.
What's like I say a nice balance with something like this, or maybe just drinking coffee for a long time, flavored coffees, as far as like having too much of an additive versus because you're losing the coffee taste. This is my other segment, coffee talk.
That's right. It is subjective, but I think it should be coffee with a bit of a flavoring. Like when you have a beer, you want beer taste with a flavoring, not flavoring and then the beer in the after.
Yeah, and I think when you use real ingredients for things, you really couldn't get something this sweet with real ingredients, like a natural sweetener, or to make it this sweet, you need to use a ton of sugar. But it looks like Dunkin just uses that syrup that has sweetened condensed non-fat milk. Have you ever had sweetened condensed milk, Seth? You don't seem like the type to ever want to.
No, it falls into that category.
Can you guys hear this?
Sweet mayo?
Listen, you can hear people tuning radios off left and
Sorry.
right. This is fascinating.
Well, anyway, that's super
intrigued.
sweet.
No,
That's super sweet to begin with. So the point is, I don't know what the point is. That
right,
more natural. You're going to taste the layers of flavor, and you're not just going to taste that sweetness.
That's a great point. No, you're right.
Thank
Instead of the sweetness that's just artificially cutting through everything else.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is what this seems to be. So no offense,
yes, we
Dunkin.
found that last year. I think too. We like the Starbucks better because it did taste more natural. We should try yours, the one you make homemade, as a quick, like a 5-minute tasting, because it is delicious. The one that
post a recipe or something and then take a crack at it.
We'll take the picture Seth got of all those pumpkin purees cans. It has the pumpkin puree, and then we'll put the recipe over it. That'll be cool. I think we'll do that. Okay. So we'll just wait for Seth.
I potentially might be going back there in September, so in like a week or two.
Oh, it is September soon, so that's good. Okay.
I guess I could email or text them, be like, hey, could you take a picture of all that pumpkin puree for me?
Yeah, Shay. I was here earlier looking at that pumpkin puree. You mind sending me a picture, Shay? Klondike 4559 is your number, Shay.
What's your business with the pumpkin puree?
Yeah, Shay.
That's what I'm into now. That's what I do.
No, I'm not a rummy, Shay. Come on, send it over. Send it over.
Sure.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
We do have one more thing to taste. Which are the 2 donuts. Seth, and you have the donuts as well. So Leslie, would you like to try I think that's apple cider. I think that's pumpkin. What are you going to try first?
I'll try the pumpkin.
Okay, I will try the pumpkin same time. Pumpkin, cheers. Here we go, Seth. Now we'll all try at the same time. Cheers, Seth. Great. We all eat at the same time during the broadcast.
Good for a podcast.
We all should chew together on mic. Those are good.
They're good. Okay.
I'm going to do pumpkin. I don't know. It's a munchkin. I'm not really getting any pumpkin from this either. The
Really?
coloring looks nice, but
From the pumpkin donut, what are you getting?
I don't know.
You have a better palate than I do, Leslie.
I don't know that I do, but I just got cake. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try the apple cider. You have apple cider too? This is the last one, so they sold out.
I can tell.
Smells
It's
good.
hard.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like the last one.
I like it better that it's warmer than last year's.
That one is a little, well, in my opinion, a little bit more apple-y. Like I got a little apple on it.
But we grew up by a place that had amazing apple cider donuts. And hard to beat that one. Okay, it's good. It was good. Both good. That I like the apple cider definitely better than the pumpkin.
Agreed.
We all agree, I think, right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Seth, by the way, a little off topic. Haunted houses, Leslie. He's been invited to go to a haunted house this year with Bob from the Festive Foreign Film Fans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in the email, Seth. So
Okay.
I hope you guys make that happen and do take pictures while you're there. So
that would be a lot of fun. What did he give a location, or is he just saying we should generally?
He said, I don't know, but we want a full weather report when you get there.
Oh, of course. That's the first thing we'll do there. I'm live on scene, and apparently
Seth with the wind and the rain. You know,
Yeah.
you see those guys with the hurricane.
Yeah.
We'll send them out there. Send them out there.
Christmas
Let 'em go.
Cousins Pod windbreaker. Yeah, I like that. It's a good idea. We should have those windbreakers anyway. Coming to our merch store soon.
Now,
Yeah.
let me just ask you this question. I know you want to wrap up.
Okay.
Did you last year taste Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts at the same time, or you were like comparing? Because it's kind of like you have to remember back from last week.
Great question,
Yeah.
Leslie. We did do the Battle of the Behemoths last year where we went toe to toe with the two. And I think we're still going to do that. We're trying to do them individually this year, but then go head to head to see how they pair up. Correct, Seth?
Yeah.
yeah, because I think we did I want to say we did 4 drinks. So 2 Starbucks, 2 Dunkin', like an oat milk latte or something like that. And then I can't remember then a regular pumpkin spice, and then whatever Dunkin's were.
Yes. And Seth preferred the Starbucks because it was warmer.
Right. It doesn't take a lot to please or impress me.
Right. No, so we will probably do that where we go like taste for taste right there. And that's going to really see. And people that may have missed this episode. So, or tuned out earlier during other discussions. So,
Well, they're lost. Good luck.
exactly.
Good luck with the weather in your part of the region. You're screwed.
Look at the audience loves Seth, Leslie. He says good luck with the weather. Seth, you have, before we log off, any words directly to the audience that you want to say for all their support?
Thank you, everyone. We've had so much fun doing this. I think I can speak for you and I and everyone in attendance today. It's been great. We're excited. We're in season 4. The ideas are starting to turn out.
Joe, the Christmas aficionado. We're in season 4 in our second year. We make up our own rules, but there are 4 seasons in a year, right, Seth? So we should be in season 5.
Absolutely. You can squeeze one in.
That's right. So we have to watch what we say, though, because he'll take it out of context. And you just said squeeze one in, and Seth, you're in trouble now. So.
Right.
Anyway, I had a lot of fun. Leslie, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Leslie.
Thank you.
You are our prettiest guest.
Thank you.
That's for sure. And Seth is our second, of course. And I'm just here with my pumpkin. So anyway, this is a lot of fun. We learned a lot about what drinks we like. Seth likes drinks hot drinks, better. They were a little sweet, not as pumpkin forward as we wanted, so we didn't love them. The pumpkin donut, not as good as the apple spider donut. I said apple spider donut. That sounds disgusting, or maybe good for Halloween. And
That's cute for Halloween.
Apple spider.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
do that. Yeah. And we're gonna try Leslie's
Decorates them.
homemade, maybe live on air. Maybe we'll surprise Seth and we'll just record it, and he'll wake up and he'll have a new episode.
Whatever.
You never know. Okay, well, thank you so much,
I
everybody.
almost
Give
happy
us
with
a
this
rating.
one.
I know, that's true. He showed up on time. I was shocked. I could have sworn it was just going to be us, Leslie. But anyway, check us out, christmascousinspod@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram @christmascousinspod, everywhere you find podcasts. Leslie, anything you need to plug while you're here?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Just thank you for having me. It was really fun.
You're welcome, and thank you for joining us, Leslie, and listening, right, Seth? We love your feedback. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, crowd, for showing up as always. Oh, there they are. We love them. That's it, and we will see you all next time.
See you later.
Keep going, Seth.
We're going